For Matt Hamblin, monthly maintenance, September 25th. Lots of deadheading of the bushes here, removal of grass and debris from the side garden, removal of the spent foliage from the lilies that we no longer need. They don't really look good anymore. I also removed them right here, just pulled them out, cut them flat, nice and clean. In here, more deadheading, pulling out morning glory. Grasses are doing pretty good. Just weeding, raking, fluffing the soil, deadheading the penstemons and those bushes there. I'll come back to this too. We've got removal of the dead from these lilies, so now there's 50% alive in some of them at least. Deadheading the bushes in the back there, and weeding, raking, fluffing all throughout. And I'll end over there. So popping back to the front, taking out the dead from here, all along here, cutting this out a little, keeping the wisteria to just the overhang area and not popping up anywhere else. So we got in there too, weeding, raking, fluffing, all throughout here. They have a delivery underneath here as well. Keeping that clean, keeping this clean, underneath, deadheading, clean, removing deadheads. Also nicely blown out the whole area, cleaning out their water feature as well. They had a lot stuck between the cracks of the pavers here. Nicely weeded, raked, fluffed, all in this side bed. There we go. Remove the dead leaves from the hostas. So there were just a couple in each of them. Dead grasses. Weeding, raking all throughout here. And right over here. Up here, removal of those pine needles. And pine cones. All along, keeping it clean and tidy. All the way in here as well. This left side, clean soil all the way down. We made sure to sweep before and after blowing the driveway and pathways and furniture and all kinds of things, just to blow the debris back into the garden, and it definitely made a difference. Also utilized their yard waste bin. And then popping into the back. Nice and clean back here. Tidied up this circle, just the ivy growing in the bottom. Just the vinca, I believe that's that vine growing all around. Keeping it to the bed. Same thing over here. Really cleaned up these edges. Wow, so clean. Tennis ball, but maintaining within the rock space. Yes, there we go. Under here too, weeded, raked, and fluffed these side beds. Blew out this area too. And then all in here, nice and tidy. Just one fallen leaf. Blew out their patio furniture. Cleaned up the pine needles from here. And then all these pine needles got removed. So many. And then out the side here. Oh, pine needles and tree sprouts from underneath this level too. So we really got in there today. Keeping this vine at a distance too. Oops, they have a rock here. Okay, no more pine needles all along here. Took out any of those lilies that were not necessary anymore. Cleaned up this and also trimming along the edge line, keeping it clean. The hydrangeas were sort of fallen all over. So there's one right here. Clean and tidy soil all around. And then I think, I'm not sure if this is their property or their neighbor's property, but we're letting them do what they're doing in the meantime. But over here, weeding, raking, fluffing on the exposed soil, removing a lot of pine cones too. And then back around here, deadheading the bushes, pulling out the mushrooms in this area. So many mushrooms in all of these foliage from the lilies. Deadheading more of those bushes, weeding, raking, fluffing, all fresh soil here. For the fall, I would say there are some areas where the soil is really exposed, and just some parts where the soil is pure dust. So I would say the front garden bed by their entry doorway is probably the worst. But I mean, all along here too. And in this bed, all of this could use a new layer of soil. It's at times not really rakeable because it just makes a little dust poof. So right up here, yeah, this soil is the worst to work with. Yes. And yep, that's it for this monthly maintenance.